Okay, for your next step, I still have my bowl that I have wrapped with plastic wrap. If you missed that, it's in the previous video. I just have a glaze bottle that I'm gonna use as a lift. And then you will need a banding wheel. Just remember these two come apart, so always lift it up by the bottom. Okay, so I'm gonna put my banding wheel in front of me. I also have my clay prepared, it's right here. I'm going to put my glaze bottle here. So when I hump the clay over top, it has in place an area to hang. It needs room to hang off of this. Some bowls may fit like this, and then you can hang it off of there. It just depends on how much clay you have as to how high you have to lift it. So I have a good bit of clay, so I'm gonna lift it up for now. You do have to be careful that it doesn't fall off. So the first thing you're gonna do is lift your clay up. And you're gonna try to center your clay over top of your bowl, and you're going to sort of drop it. Now, when you do that, you're gonna get these weird little wavy curves, and you're gonna force those back in. So just unfold them. And you can see I have a good amount of clay here that I can get rid of. So you're just pressing, looks sort of like a stingray at first. Taking those folds out, working it against the mold. Okay, so before I move further on, I'm going to actually take and cut off what I don't need. Like I said, I knew 5 pounds would be too much. I just wanted to make a little extra just in case. I'm also gonna keep some of this so I can practice my texture in it, just to make sure I like the way it's looking. So right now I'm just trimming off the excess. Make sure you don't trim too far. Check where your bowl is, check where your bottle is so it's not sliding off. And then start to press that against your bowl. So you work from the top and down over the edge. Spin it and keep on going. Now that I have all that extra clay off, I'm gonna move this straight onto the banding wheel. Maybe. There we go. It's a little more sturdy now, and I can work a little more closely with it. Okay, so I'm gonna take all this extra clay off that I do not need. I'm using a fettling knife, not a needle point. The needle point will bend. Please don't use a needle point. So I'm going to take and just cut off. What I'm doing is just taking and cutting off the excess. If you're right-handed, hold the knife in your right hand and spin the wheel counterclockwise. If you're left-handed, do the opposite. Okay, so you can see I have this nice fitting slab now that is over top of my bowl. So I'm gonna now take my yellow rib, make sure that it is pretty clean, and you're going to start smoothing. You can use the curved side or the flat side. If you have any cracks or any areas that are seeming dry, just get a little bit of water on your hands and work that into there. This should be forming tight up against your bowl, and you should not have any wrinkles. If you pull too hard, it will rip the clay off. So you have to be careful while you are pulling and pressing not to do that too hard. And then you will press again. And I just want to show you what I have so far. So I have this pressed against my bowl here. So I still have some work to do with trimming the edge and pressing this on. So this will take about a class period to probably wedge the clay, roll out your clay, get your bowl with saran wrap on it, and then form it over. Then what you can do is put this onto a foam piece, put it in a bag, and then store it on your shelf, okay? The next step would be to cut the edge, and then the next day we would release it from here whenever it is a little bit drier. So I'll have another video for that.